Hello, hello, and welcome! Let's talk about the third Avatar movie, Fire and Ash. So, one of the reasons that we are going to Avatar movies is because of his scenery, right? So, it is like it never disappoints from the first movies until now, and I should say that this time also they didn't disappoint. So, the CGI was amazing. Really, so many movies should learn from them. We watched it in 3D, and its 3D was very smooth. It was not like one of those 3Ds that like they slap on your face with some scenes and you know that they made it 3D because of this scene. No, it was like during the whole movie you could feel it. You could see the ocean, you could feel the breeze on your skin, you could see the fishes swimming, and you were like feeling like you're one of them. And I guess this is amazing that they can produce an almost 3 hours or more than 3 hours movie, but with these like all of the time it was smooth, and like with this feeling that I am so satisfied with what I'm watching right now, like scenery wise, you know. So from the scenery and like from the visual, I have nothing to complain. The movie itself, it felt not like a stand-alone movie in my opinion, but more like a second part of the second movie. It started, I guess, like just few weeks after the end of the second movie time-wise, but like somehow I preferred it if it was like some movie that was a standalone, independent. Of course, the story is somehow continuing because it's a story of someone's life or a family, Sully's family. But still, I preferred if the story was not just like a continuation, but it had some stuff. Some scenes was even like, in my opinion, repeated that later on we will talk about. So like. And in general, like they had some good ideas I could see. For example, every time they're introducing a new clan, and this time also they introduced a new clan, like a new society, and it was interesting because like the forest people and the ocean peoples are spiritual, religious people, and this time they went for an unreligious one, like the Ash people. They are not believing in Ava, and like the contrast, of course, is very beautiful, and like they're against each other somehow. Also it like shows like the purpose, or like this was a good idea, or like the flying traders was a good idea, but like in my opinion the story was not mature enough. I feel like they had some good ideas, and then they just didn't know when to finish the movie. So they thought, oh, the deadline is in 1-2 years and we have time to like mature our story. And suddenly they realize, oh my god, we're messing up. The deadline is tomorrow. And like they just finished whatever they were doing. So that was the feeling. I think like they could do very much better, but instead they just like finished it off too early. And that's why the feeling of the story was in general immature, although the ideas were good. One of the ideas that I really liked was that Kiri this time used her power more. So she used it to connect to the nature more, and like it was bringing finally an answer for us that we were searching for, why she's like this, why she's so different. And like for example, one of the scenes that they were captured by the Ash people, and like she connected herself to nature and like shooted at the Ash people with the flower. So this was a very nice thing. Or like when Spider was dying because his mask was running out of battery, and then she started to do some rituals that she said it just came to her, and like at some point she made Spider to be able to breathe in this poisonous air for human or pink skins, as they say or call. And I really loved this part, and I really loved it that Spider can finally breathe and feel the waves, like connect to the animals, have his thingy, I don't remember what was the name, like the one that they're connecting to each other with it, or to the animals with it, because he was one of the most dedicated people to these people, honestly. So for me was always such a pity that he could not experience this world the way that he is supposed to. And this was a very nice twist that finally through Ava, Kiri could make it happen. So how the story continues is that Jake goes to the Red Dragon, and like the Red Dragon somehow is the reason that all of the clans are reuniting. And by all, I mean not the Ash clan, but like the Forest and like Ocean Reef people, these people. They are, but not just like these two, several of them are uniting. And like they, with the help of tycoons, they're going against the aliens, pink skins, and the Ash people. Ash people are like really hand in hand with the aliens, and like they're actually losing until Ava is helping them, and then they're winning. But like honestly, so many people got unalived in this movie. Like the wife of one of these like clan leaders of like Reef clan leaders, his son also. Like why? It was so unnecessary. Like the son was like doing his job, and like he had a nice side character in the whole movie, and like it was really unnecessary that he just like get unalive, you know? Or like something that I really didn't understand when the Ava started to help them. There were some like these weird octopuses that now starting to help them, but like those were exactly the weird octopuses then when Loak went on his way to find his path, find his brother, like the tycoon brother. Those were the ones that were attacking him. So I didn't understand actually the plot twist, like how suddenly those like weird octopuses started to help them. So what was the point? If you know it, please write me in the comments, write for me in the comment, because I didn't understand this part. During the movie, the relationship between Jake and Colonel was very interesting. They were helping at some part each other, and like they were again fighting at some part. So I really love this dynamic of like love, hate, friends, enemy, like going against each other, helping each other, again going against each other. So it was a really nice dynamic. But something that I really didn't understand was that because Jake was telling Colonel all the time that like you should connect yourself to a bigger thing and then you would understand these people more, and like he talked so much about this spiritual way of like growing, you know, and like I honestly thought that like Colonel would do something big or like connect himself to something that like it's like a big awakening. But no, like okay, he got a girlfriend, his girlfriend was the leader of the Ash people, so he went even deeper in the dark side, and that's it. So honestly, like I didn't have that moment that I say, oh okay, he connected himself, now he understands at least the reason. I didn't need him to be like 100% okay with it, but I felt like because he had such a great character, he would somehow understand these people more, but it didn't come. Also, something that actually it was very like underwhelming for me was some repeated scenes, as I said before. Also, for example, one of the repeated scenes were that again the Colonel like got the children to get the Jake, so they were like handcuffed on the ship, and like it was all the same, and for me it was just like, did you just run out of new ideas and you were like, oh yeah, let's do something, let's repeat one of the scenes from the second movie? That's why I'm telling you that I had all the time this feeling that I'm watching the second part of the second movie and not the third part. So this part, it could be different. They could at least be a little bit more, I don't know, creative. But it honestly, yeah, this part disappointed me. And just like cherry on top, one of the cool things for me was just like the lead tycoons. They were so full with piercing, and they were like, with age we become cooler. So this was actually a fun part for me. But all in all, I enjoyed the movie. So you're sitting for a few hours in cinema that generally like you're sitting half of this time. And some people may think that you're getting to be tired, but honestly, no. So for me, it is just like I had my popcorn, I have my cola, and then I was just like enjoying the movie. Some part, as I said, disappointed me, but some part was also nice. And in general, because the scenery is so beautiful, you're feeling like you're in the water, you're swimming, you're flying, and this is very like satisfying feeling that I suggest you to go and experience it if you haven't done. And if you have done that, write me in the comments, what do you think about it? What was your take from the whole story? I will be so happy to hear it from you. So if you liked my video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, activate the bell, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao!